guys, this is Big K from DDG. Gonna walk you guys through a real quick reloading video, just a down and dirty video. Not a instructional video due to liability, because with reloading you have to pay very close attention to published data, and so we're gonna go ahead and get into a real quick down and dirty reloading video. So I have my Dillon 650 here. This is a 5-station progressive press. So what progressive press means that per one pull of the crank you get one round kicked out. So it auto indexes all by itself. All you have to do is just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. So first and foremost, we're going to start off with trying to load up our primer tubes, make sure that our case feeder is full, and make sure that our bullet feeders are full of bullet. Now obviously you can see here we have our potter full. So what we're going to do is go ahead and load up the actual primer tubes. So here we go. And now we're just going to let the cases go. And now we're going to prep the bullets. Here we go. Alright, so now that we got our primers in, our case feeder going, and we have the bullets in there, powder in there, all we got to do is crank. So here we go. So as you can see, this is the first 3 rounds cranked out. So from 0 to hero, 5 cranks for the first round to come out, and each sequential crank you get another round. These guys are 158 grains and 9mm. These are super subs, so they move very, very slow. So right now we're going to go through the process of each station and what they do. Alright guys, so here we go. This is going to be from station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each station has their own areas of responsibility, and we're going to walk you through it. So the first station, station 1, it actually feeds a case down here per crank, and what it does is when it goes up, it actually resizes and deprimes, so it actually punches out that spent primer. And as it comes back down, it's going to auto index to actually station 2, and station 2 underneath it all has an actual brand new primer sitting inside here waiting to be pushed up. So that's what stage 2 does. It also it pushes a primer in there, and also from the very top what it does is feed the powder. It actually has a new powder drop. It feeds the powder into this guy. After he comes down, he auto indexes, and he comes up here, grabs a bullet, and the bullet gets placed inside station 3. When he comes back down, he auto indexes to station 4, which is the actual seating of the bullet. He'll actually get pushed down into the actual case to the correct adjusted length. After he's done, he'll come back and he'll rotate to station number 5. Station number 5 is where it's finished off with an actual, this is a taper crimp. The taper crimp needs to be presented to retain the bullet. Also has to meet the guidelines of the actual loaded data, because if it sits with too hard of a flare, it will not go into that chamber. Because if you recall, 9mm Luger is not a straight walled case, it's actually a tapered case. So from the base of the case all the way up to the mouth, it actually goes at an angle, it's tapered in. So this guy will mediate that flare and give it a taper crimp. After all stations are done, we get the completed round. And so this is what he looks like. Oops, oops, oops. Alright, so here we're at station 1. We're going to go ahead and deprime and resize the actual brass. Again. Station 2. Station 2 is going to seat a new primer and do a powder drop. So we're seating a primer by pushing it down, and we're going to resize the flare and powder. As you can see, he's a little more flared than a regular case, if you can see that. This flare helps facilitate the seating of the bullet to be able to let it in there. So what I've done is gone ahead and already pre-expected these. And what you really want to do is kind of lay them all out and roll them around, check this deficiencies. That's exactly how I caught these guys. It's to roll them out, check the mouth, check the body, check the webbing if they seemed a little bit of warped, and go ahead and toss those guys to the side and see what can be done to correct that. If not, we're going to have to pull them down, pull the bullets out, and redo them. Toss the cases and use a new case. So like I said, these already have been pre-inspected, and now what we're going to do is run it through the actual case gauge to make sure that it fits the chamber. So here I have my 100 hole case gauge from Shock Bottle, and what this guy is in an aluminum block with 100 holes that replicate the chamber in your barrel. So this is actually manufactured to the SAMI specifications and the blueprinted diameters of the actual 9mm Luger. So what we're going to do is go ahead and load them up and see how it all fits. Okay, now that I have my Shock Bottle case gauge all topped off, what I'm going to do is go ahead and raise it, and I'm going to inspect the actual depth of it. Everything should be laying flat. The round should have fully seated into the actual hole. So I'm going to go ahead and run my fingers on top of it and give it a once over with a visual and make sure that he's all topped out. He's all flattened out. And I'm going to go give it a once over with the visual inspection of the actual primers. Make sure that the primers, look seated, feel seated, and look good to go. There's no deficiencies within the actual primer itself. And I see that we're all good to go here. So guys, when loading, please do utilize a certain amount of safety, and please refer to the reloading manuals. Now these are actually published data per the manufacturer. Now it has specific guidelines with what powder, how much powder of it, and what seating depth it is, what types of projectiles they used, types of cases they used, primers they used, the barrel length they used, and the actual twist rate out of the actual barrel they used. So this is actual published data. If you've reloaded correctly to this, you should be pretty spot on when you're doing a load development test. And don't forget to use your proper tools. This is a digital caliper that you can buy at Harbor Freight. This guy does the same thing as any of these name brand type of calipers. They'll do the same job. So again, guys, when you're loading, please make sure that you're safe and utilize good safety habits. Alright guys, so if you like what you see in the video, don't forget to follow us and like us on the Facebook at www.facebook.com/DDG Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos. Don't forget guys, be safe out there. Thanks guys.